All right, Warrior Junior here. I'm gonna, jump right in because I didn't think I really covered, that guy that black guy that was knocking on that woman. Her house at 1:30. Now again, before you start jumping to conclusions, well, how do you know? Look, you have to understand something. First, I overheard the woman go, "Hey, like, I can't help you. Okay, all right." That says it's all the information that I need. Make fast. I can make very quick decisions based on. I know the area that I live in is fairly affluent. It's like and the thing is, like, look, I'm speaking about my own experiences. There were two black guys that came out with guns when I was 31. It was 16 years ago. When I was walking up the block at 1:30 in the morning, I was waiting for this stripper chick to pick me up, and she's running real late. And I said, let me take a casual walk around the block. All right. So it's like, again, I'm not racially profiling stuff, but you know what? I don't care. Something odd or something, and I hear and I can assess situations fairly quickly. Okay. Now I thought about this. As I was so I recorded like as I was leaving, and I'm very disappointed on myself. That's why I call myself Warrior Junior, because what I should have done when that dude, like, I was walking on the other side of the street, again, it's residential street. I'm maybe 120 feet away. Okay, let's say about that. And I was walking by, and I know where her door is, her side door. She has these cats. That's how I know her. And I heard her say, I see the guy, like, she has a light that comes on, and this guy was like some dude, black guy, relatively young, with these dreadlocks around there. And like, I didn't see the knock on the door. I saw the door open, and I knew, like, this is somebody, like, she's not, because that woman, she doesn't have any visitors or something. I just know it. But the thing, what took it over the top was when I heard her say, I can't help, I'm sorry, I can't help you, kind of thing. So, like, I was like, the spider sense went off there. Wait a second, what I should have said. That's the thing, is you got to become that, that's why you have to train. There's a training in self-defense builds confidence. It sharpens the blade that way. Because there's a guy up the block. He was a sergeant or whatever in Vietnam. Older guy, he's Marvin. He's like, may God help you. Like, if this guy, you say something wrong, he's calling the sheriffs immediately. He doesn't think. He just does. And that's what, like, I don't know if he was infantry or what the deal was, but this guy is like just old school, like, fucking dude. Like, if I see something wrong, I'm calling the police. I'm not even gonna. I hesitate. I'm not gonna even think. Like, he's a little bit too much. But he is the guy that did tell me, if somebody looks at you, like, and says something, what are you looking at? He said, say whatever I look at whatever I want. Because I got that from him. But the guy, he doesn't never taught me, like, he doesn't know anything. I don't know if he knows anything about fighting or anything. He's old, like 70 something years old. But I love, like, he holds his frame, holds his ground. He's a little too much with the parking. When people park outside, he likes to command stuff like that. See, you have to be able to see. You got to be smart warrior, smart warrior. Not there yet. Now, see what I should have done. Let's get right to it. What I should have done is, the second I heard that, the woman goes, oh, sorry, I can't help you. I should have, if I knew her name, I forgot, because I know I like the cats. She's like, I'm like 4 blocks from there, and I see her sometimes, and I say, hey, I forget what her name is, because she's, I don't really talk to her. It's not that important. But if her name was like Nancy or whatever, I would have yelled. Now again, even at 1:30 at night, I don't care about people around waking them up. It's irrelevant, because this is about now. It's what I'm doing here, and actually it's good, because the more noise you make and the more light, like if it's a hoodlum or something. Look, you don't know odd behavior, that kind of shit should get, like, the spotlight put on them. Okay, and I'm sorry, this has nothing to do with the guy's race or anything. It doesn't matter who it is. If it's somebody she doesn't know, knocking on somebody's door 1:30 in the morning for something, there's almost no there. I know I'm going to get people that say, "Well, justify what?" This is, we have cell phones now. It's information. You need to get somewhere or something, unless you're bleeding to death or something. What are you knocking on somebody's door for at 1:30 if you don't know them? You don't have an answer, because there is none. There is no answer, okay? And whatever you say, it didn't matter, because I saw what wound up happening. You want to walking off down the block, like it doesn't matter. So the point, I should have stopped, and I should have. I just said, yelled, "Hey, Nancy!" So loud, "Hey, Nancy, everything okay?" Like, solidly, but like not that hostile. But, "Hey, Nancy, how's everything? Is everything okay?" Like, very solidly, and have my hand on my thing. It's like, let me know if you need anything. We're here. Like, and I guarantee you, like that kind of solid confidence, that guy is going to, whatever plan he had, whatever he thinks he's going to do, all of a sudden, that's changed. Okay. All of a sudden, he was completely not expecting that. Okay. I guarantee you. Because all of a sudden now he's saying, "Oh shit, I'm getting a lot of attention now all of a sudden. What's going on here?" And I like it. And you walk toward, you like that. You go toward him, like toward them, as everything, like you're walking, not running toward him, but it's like, "Oh shit, like who is this dude now? I thought I'm gonna try to see. You gotta understand something. Let's break this thing down. What's the guy trying? He's knocking on a door, like, and she said, "Sorry, I can't help you." So he's asking for something. What are you asking for somebody on their door at 1:30 in the morning if you don't know who they are? Okay. So I'm sorry. Like this is a suspicious activity here. And if you notice, it says all suspicious activity should be reported to local authorities. Okay. Well, why don't you just call the police then? Well, that takes time. And if the guy doesn't do anything, they ain't going to show up. Okay. And part of it is it's good for your warrior training to engage, anything that you think could scare you within reason. Actually, you're helping somebody. Okay. You're protecting that somebody, a neighbor. You're speaking up. You're not letting somebody just come in the area that doesn't belong there, has no business, and possibly could be up to no good. What if, okay? There's only a couple things that could happen. He's looking to take advantage of her, looking to rob her. Okay, let's be realistic. Let's be honest. Okay, what did he need? Directions or something? You think that? No. Okay, he's looking for something. He's looking to case something. I had a friend at his house, Newman. So there was a guy, he knocked on his door one time. He's find a drone out here. What kind of fucking question is that? I don't know you. This is not like it was back in the day when kids you could solicit something. I'm sorry, shit doesn't fly like that anymore. It used to. Okay, times change. Everything changes. And that guy, he basically didn't run away. He walked away, and I made sure, like I stood there, like looking at this guy. But again, if I would have been a smart warrior, a little better, I would have been a little more aggressive, assertive in that situation. I'm definitely more aggressive, because you want to hold ground hard. Once I heard that, "I'm sorry, I can't help you," this guy's trying to do something here. He's trying to do something, and I don't care what you say. Well, the innocent. No, 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 and no. Okay. I would approach really hard, and "I'm sorry." And if he would have came at me aggressively, let's play out the situation. What if he would have came at me really aggressive? "What's your problem, man? What's your problem?" Now you're coming into the circular saw. You're up against an expert. I'm not going to answer you. I'm not going to say that even to him. I'm going to conserve my energy for your takedown. You come at me aggressively and hostily. Let's play out. I'll tell you exactly what I would have done. I got my mace on me right there. I have plenty of time. I recorded, like, in my mind, like I wrote down my thoughts. Okay. You know what the Rambo philosophy is? Okay. Now again, I'm not there to like really, but he comes at me aggressively like that. "What's your problem? What's your problem, man?" And then he comes within striking range. There's no hesitation. No thinking. The second you're within striking range and you're threatening me, down you go. Down you go. Literally down you go. First, I'm going to try to get your hand to where I can snap, break, or tear a tendon. I'm learning about this. I'm studying. like tendons, ligaments, and things, because I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to incapacitate you first, and that's going to hurt, and I'm not going to have any mercy. You put your hand in the meat grinder, and then what I'm going to do is, after I take your arm and I put it behind you, I'm going to take my whatever, it's potluck. The better you get, the more creative you can get with how you take down people. But the whole thing is, I'm going to take him down, like to where he's on the ground, till his head, till my neck, till my knee is like on the back of his neck, like till his face is pressed into the ground. Okay? I'm going to incapacitate you. I don't know if you've seen Star Trek 6. Do you remember what Cartwright said? Do you remember? Like you said, and I know, and you see, and I don't want you to twist the logic here. This is my self-preservation here. You don't understand. You don't have time. They come at you. Would you, at one with nobody around. The cops are not going to show up all at once. They're not coming all at once. No one's coming. You have to strike first. It's going to kill you. You don't know. He could kill you. You don't know. You want to gamble? You want to stand up for yourself and say, hey, what's going on? And a guy coming at you like this, and if that's the situation, he has to be incapacitated. You have to fucking take him down. As the Cartwright said, and this is the chance of bring him to their knees, and then we'll be in position to dictate terms. I'm sorry. Even though I know it's a warped, it's kind of, but think about this. The Klan Empire was going to kill you, kill the Federation if they could. You're going to die because you think you're going to negotiate with somebody trying to hurt you, to come at you that hard. That's the problem. That's the problem. The problem is you're gonna try to don't get involved. Don't help. No, run. Be scared. No. You wouldn't help somebody that your neighbor or anything. So was that just to make sure everything was okay? That's it. To keep the bad people out. I'm sorry. Yeah. You go and knock on somebody's door at 1:30 in the morning that you don't know. I don't know what kind of request you're making. It's a nice house, by the way. Okay, it sticks out. Nice houses. Probably good. They have money. Okay, let's be real. Okay, about like how shit works. It's like to sympathize with all these people. Like, I'm sorry. No, that's the problem. Is like, if you stand up and you take an action, oh, you're thinking that these people are, yeah. You know what? It's kind of like that. Guilty till proven innocent. Like, you're in a, it's like what happened with me in Beverly Hills. Walking around that area at 3 in the morning, the Beverly Hills, the police said, well, you live around here? He asked me. And I said, no, sir. I was honestly, we keep moving. So don't start with the race thing. Don't start with the race thing. It doesn't matter. This is a protection. This is about self-preservation. There's a lot of needy and very desperate people out there, okay? And they're using their creativity for negative, in a negative context, negative way. And then they try to use that as an excuse when they rob somebody, okay? Because I've been held up. I've been. Well, they're not all that. Hey, I'm sorry. I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know what you're going to do. So I'm ready to, like, yellow, I'm shield up, defense. It's like, that's what I wanted to get out. It's like bothering me. that I didn't, it's like I didn't understand. I was just thinking warrior mentality for like, trying to meet single women and stuff, but I didn't understand. It's like warrior mentality for like everything. Everything. I know. It's like when I practice my fight, it's like warrior mentality when I'm fighting. Like smart warrior mentality when I'm educating myself. Smart warrior mentality when trying to go out and meet women. But then again, then I thought, and I said, oh my God, that guy, I don't know what he's trying to. But once I heard the woman go, "I can't help you," kind of thing. I said, oh my God, like this guy, like he has no business here. I knew it. I could feel it. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. Anybody could be wrong. But I saw the whole situation. I was right. Okay. If I'm wrong, I will sincerely apologize. I will. But I wait till I got enough information. I'm not judging somebody based on what they look like, anything. There's plenty of people, that know each other and stuff like that. You wait till you get enough information. But I knew I had enough information already. It just happened to be right there. Like I heard it, and I wasn't, I knew. I know there's people, they case, what they do is they feel it out. They watch and they wait and they say, okay, well, this is a woman. You don't know. You don't know. That guy knows. And I'm going to talk to her about this next time I see her. If I see her, maybe I'll even go knock on her door tomorrow afternoon and I'll say, hey, and I'm going to tell her exactly what I should have said. Should have spoke up, assertive, like aggressively. That guy, what? Who's this guy? What the fuck? He would have, that's the thing. And then all of a sudden, you know what happens? You put a bright flashlight on a criminal or something, or whatever, somebody that's looking like to break in or something, they're going to fucking scatter. They're going to fucking run and get the fuck out of there. They're brazen when it comes to like, in their mind, they're trying to say, okay, well, but they're stupid. There's a stupid brazen. And that's why they're doing those kind of things. I'm not proud of this, being on food stamps. I've been broke. I know. Don't try to use that logic on me. That I've heard, oh, I'm broke, I'm hungry. Don't use that on me, okay? People can go to community college, they give money, it's education. Don't fucking, these guys are fucking lowlifes, man. If they try to do that shit, more than likely, that's what it is. That's what it is. I can almost 100% guarantee that. There's just too much. This has too much in, you can use this. It doesn't matter. You're not lost. You're not lost. It doesn't matter. You're knocking on somebody's door at 1:30 in the fucking morning. Nice house. You don't know who they are or know anybody. I question that. Sorry. And the problem is most people are too fucking scared. There's no real community awareness where everybody looks out for each other. What was it? I remember like in Rocky, remember the thing? It's like he opens up the window and he goes, hey, Paulie, she's okay. She's with me. Like down the bar, everybody knows each other. And it doesn't work like that out here. A lot of people live around, but they ain't looking out there. I know they're scared. I know that they are. They're afraid in that situation. And I got to admit, I was a little afraid too. But then I started, once I said that, wow. This way, you're not smart warrior. You're not smart warrior yet. You're warrior junior. A smart warrior would have gone right into that, gone right in with somebody that in your area, and you see somebody that doesn't look right. You speak up. You speak up. You do not hesitate for a second. Man, you coming at me kind of aggressive. Don't apologize. Don't justify it. They know you're for real. Okay? They know you're for real. Do not apologize. Do not hold frame. Hold it. You're coming at me like you got a problem, man. You got a problem. Hold the frame. Do not respond. Do not lower yourself. Hold it. Like you're like special forces or something. Like they're trying to get into something. They're not getting in it. They're not rationalizing with you. Not reasoning with you. You're not reasoning with them. Trying to figure out like, what you got a problem, man. What's your problem? Doesn't explain. Do not explain. You're like a fucking, this is you're trying to reason with somebody beneath you if they're saying that. Do not. You're above that. You're there to defend, period. And you're there to protect yourself, period. Those people that say that, what's your problem, man? You got a problem, man. You're trying to get a rise out of you, trying to get some type of psychological, trying to, pull you down. There are those people in the seats. Brazen. Somehow they got on the field for a second. What happens if you get on the field during a game and you have no business there? You think that security or police, do you think they walk up to them nicely and they say, sir, can you please go back to your seat? Because we have like a game that's going on right now. And, you're impeding on, they're trying to play the baseball game and, you're on the field. Can you please go back to your seat? I will walk you back to your seat. Or they just fucking grab them hard and incapacitate them and put on the fucking the plastic cuffs or whatever and get them the fuck off the field and out of there fast. And book them and try to figure out why the hell they did that after. Like Cartwright said, in a way. Then we'll be in a position to dictate terms. Once they got the handcuffs on there, then I want to ask you questions. Then I'll listen to you. After the guy can't do anything to you anymore. That's when, that's the way it works. That's how law is enforced. Don't you know there's a thing called citizen's arrest? Citizens have a right, if they have the right to arrest somebody. That's not what I'm trying to do, though. But if you see something that's wrong, and you don't step in and take action because you're afraid, what does that say about you as a person? Let me give you another example. Enough about that Goylem. I guarantee you that's what he is. It doesn't matter. One day he's going to knock on the wrong door, and somebody's going to come out with a fucking shotgun and saying, dude, you better fucking step back or whatever. Because I'll tell you something. I don't know, in Arizona or something, and they have like these people do not fuck around. I don't know what it is in this like area, like they're like kind of scared, pussified or something. I don't know, but I'm not like that. And I'm from here. Actually, I'm not becoming because like I decided to stand up for myself. And when you stand up for yourself and you do things differently, you become an anomaly. Here's a second situation. Well, I almost forgot where I was going with this. I'm trying to think. Let me try to catch my thought because it was going backwards. What was I talking about? Like, standing up for yourself. Let me see. Taking a stand. Was that what I was thinking about? I don't remember. I just, sometimes I'm just so passionate about, becoming a better human being. And the problem is when people say, oh, become a better human being, it implies like, just be nice. Go around and be nice to everybody. That's not becoming a better human being. But that's what a lot of these people, they don't know. Don't get into fight. Don't get into altercations. Just be nice to everybody. This is not a nice world. That's not my problem. As a song, was it Sierra Garrett and Glenn Ballard, Man in the Mirror? It's great. I know it says, you want to make a world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. Okay. So it's great. I know. But let me tell you something. There are a lot of people out there that want to hurt you. Not you personally, but they want to take from you. They're looking for easy targets. And if you just kind of like walk around life wherever you go with no shields. Was it Chekhov said, was it Star Trek 6? They fire with our shields down. We will not be able to respond, Captain. We fired with our shields down in Star Trek 6, remember? Couldn't. You're going to get destroyed. Here's the situation. I remember now. My friend Chris is in his car. It's parked. It's on Fairfax. Walking down the block, and he's like, he honks. Scares the shit out of me, but he's not mentally all there. He does dumb things sometimes. Nice guy, sweetheart, but he's a cream puff, and this is the reason why. So I'm talking with him in his car. Like, actually, I'm standing outside. I don't like, you drive around everywhere. I'm a very active person. I like to move my body. I don't like to sit so much. I can, but it's just unhealthy for me at this age. This COVID thing was really hard. I can't go anywhere. Physically, I felt like it was pulling the life force out of me. It's awful. Gotta walk. Gotta move around. Sometimes I remember cops would see me sometimes 3 a.m. walking around, and they would say good morning, like they would, they know, like I'm moving. I'm an anomaly. Most people in my area, they're not. They do the same things. They go to the gym the same time. They do the same thing their whole life, and good for them. Good for them. And thank God I'm not like that. But I've done it all. Okay, I've gotten up. I don't care. I stay up all night. I stay up all day. I get up at 6 a.m. I go to bed at whatever I want, when I want, how I want. So this car stops in the middle of the street on Fairfax near Fountain. And then there's another car, like, it was like maybe 60 yards away. It was just distance. And this Hispanic guy, young, of course, he gets out, kind of a thuggish kind of looking guy. And this guy, I don't know if he had something in his hand. I forget. I mean, I don't know. And he's now this is in the middle lane. And there's no car. I don't know why there's no cars around. It's the middle of the day or something. Usually there's a lot of cars, but it just happens to be so, and not at this time. And this guy's walking back like angry. I could see he's going toward that car, that other one that stopped. And then there's this Hispanic chick that gets out, the passenger side, and she follows suit with the guy. And they get to that car that stopped. That's 50 yards away, and I hear him like he's yelling at this woman. I don't think she put down her windshield. I mean, her window or something. And the woman's like right there, and I think it's like an old lady or something in the car. I don't know what it was. Okay, I don't know, but I know it was like a road rage thing. And so the guy walks all the way down. My friend Chris is looking at this. I'm watching this. And so the guy gets in the car, and the woman, she's like, catching back up so she could get back in the car so they could leave. And I just felt to say, I said, hey, what's wrong? What's the problem? And she looks at me and she goes, mind your own business, like that, ready to leave. Now, let me tell you something. I don't think they're from that area where I live. I don't know. I highly doubt it. But you know what? You come into somebody's area, and guess what? It is my business. You made it my business now. Because I'm trying to draw attention to you. If you're something, if you're a dangerous person, I want it all on you. I want all the attention I can get focused on you. I want that fucking spotlight on you. This is what I want on dangerous person. You want to see what I want? What I want to give? What I want on dangerous people? I want this on them. Okay? That's what I want on them. I want all the attention focused on them because they're dangerous. Those people, they're dangerous. My cream puff friend Chris, what do you think he did? Exactly. He sat there and fucking just watched. Did not eat a word. Didn't say anything. not willing to stand up. I had a friend, he passed away, Jeff Morgan, and he stopped talking to me like 6 months before he died. But he lived with my friend Ruben, and he's took like, I don't know, different types of martial arts and stuff. He's kind of like retired. He sits, yeah, but some things I do remember. He just couldn't stop drinking and stuff. He said, like, don't let it consume you. He said. Doesn't get it. I mean, well, that, okay. Don't let it consume you. I get it. It should, what should consume you? Becoming better every day in this type of society world. It's not about becoming a tough guy. Inside. The generalization when people think, oh, you're a tough guy, you're. No. It's a stereotypical answer from somebody who hasn't educated themselves. You don't let people walk over you. If you see something, they say something. People are scared to say something. That's why, like, stuff like, the Nazis, they got so powerful. Because the people didn't rise up once it started to get bad. They let it, like, it built. Nothing, it didn't start, it just happened in one day. It got progressively worse. And so, what's that, Kristallnacht? All of a sudden, the things got taken away. Like, first the Jews couldn't do this, then they couldn't do that. Then it got to the point, and the SS, they come and take them out of their homes. It didn't happen in one day. It happened progressively faster. They didn't do anything. All those people, like those citizens, they allowed this power to rise. And it got out of hand. It got way beyond, I don't know. Look, I didn't live through that. My grandparents did. I remember I asked my friend Harry, his dad Mutek, I asked him one time, I said, why didn't you do anything? Why don't you leave before you started? We didn't think it could get so bad. I mean, that's a problem. You didn't think it could get so bad. But it did. It got out of hand. Ridiculousness. And the only reason the U.S. got involved is because Hitler declared war on the U.S. Like it was, they know. They didn't step in, he would have took over the world. What was that stupid show? The Man in a High Castle, whatever? What would have happened if you would have won? Yeah, it's stupid. Retarded. I watched it. The only reason that I saw like a little bit of it was because my friend, my friend Ruben, he had like it on DVD. Somebody gave him, it was like a free season 1 or something. I said, put it on. Let's watch for a second. And within the first 15 minutes, and not even that, I said, this is not well put together. This is not like creative thinking. This is not, and I didn't say that because, I'm Jewish, and I of course, I hate the whole them, the Third Reich and the Nazis. I hate, of course, I hate that shit. But, I thought this would be like kind of like an interesting theory, like a, way that they said a future would have unfolded, like kind of the thought through very creatively. But no, it's not. I think a couple seasons later, they started doing some other things that maybe that's something that was kind of interesting with some scientists kind of thing and time travel. I don't know. I couldn't, once I kind of make my decision and I said, that's that, then, I kind of just say, yeah, fuck it. It's good. I watch for a second just to get an idea of what they're talking about, I mean, in a way it is, think about that. That's kind of a slap in the face to, in my opinion, though, that regime should be a forbidden subject, forgotten, like kind of like the Genesis, the thing. It should not be mentioned. It was an atrocity, and kind of ironically, it's nice that the Jewish people like me, that the great filmmakers make a lot of money off of this thing. It's kind of like retribution. Like the Raiders of the Lost Ark. They're the nemesis. They're the fools. But they're not really portrayed like clowns. But the whole thing is it just shows like Indiana Jones. Dr. Jones. He's the hero. And you can't stop him. The whole thing is I guess it just depends. Some people might get very offended. I don't know how my grandparents would have thought about it. I don't know. But ironically, my dad took me to see Raiders in the theater in 1980. And I was lucky. He was a great guy. You know, um, he let me kind of be my own person. He didn't. You know, Nobody really instilled these type of values. They kind of like just came about due to my life experience, kind of made me this way, and then especially recently. I think a couple of years ago, I started doing a lot of learning. I started putting things together, and I said, well, was it Tony Robbins said, if something's not working, change your approach. Change your approach. And what do you mean? Is we got to keep trying something different. It doesn't work. Keep going. Find. And a lot of people just not going to do it. You're not going to do it. It's too hard. You're kind of set in your ways kind of mentality, and you don't want to be embarrassed, laughed at, made a fool out of, recorded, which happened tonight. Again, pictures and everything. But that's happening. You're getting. It's like you're the gladiator. You're on stage now, whether you like it or not. And let me tell you something. It's better. It's better to be on stage than to be in the crowd and be a nothing. That's what makes you unique and special. That's a real star, in my opinion, that shines. Unfortunately, it's bad. There's things that people, it comes with bad too. That guy was so close-minded. He asked me a question, and he wouldn't even wait a millisecond for an answer. What does that show? What kind of person is that? Go up to somebody, take a picture of the light in their face, and run right off like a little baby. He wasn't that close though. If he was within my range, I would have grabbed his camera. I wouldn't even have thought about it. I wouldn't even have thought about it. I don't care. You put a bright light in my face, I'm taking it from you if you're that close, because you stuck it in the grinder. So you have to understand. See, a smart warrior knows the difference. The camera to the face kind of thing. You can either try to grab it, take his arm, and twist it out of there. You don't have to incapacitate him in that situation. Not in that situation. If somebody comes up to you in your face with that bright light, and as a police officer, it's different. Okay? They have a duty. They have a sworn duty. And I respect that. Everybody should. But I'm talking about anybody else. There's a security guard. He did that. He put that fucking bright light on me for no reason. I was trying to talk to women, from far away. If he would have been close to me, I would either try to break his wrist, get that camera like anything. If it gets that close, you don't know what you're dealing with. You're dealing with an expert. I'm not saying go around and be like Rambo. It's a movie. but the mentality of inside. Somebody puts their hand in there where it doesn't belong, and you don't defend yourself. That's on you. So there's a lot of people, they will, they're just unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's sad. But it's like everywhere I go, it's kind of like yellow alert, especially at night. It's almost 100%. Even during the day, depends. They treat people with respect. But that's a very vague word. You treat yourself with respect first. Try to do that first. Teach yourself. You notice like those people like that are super successful, they only surround themselves, their circle is really closed in. They know they don't let they don't let anybody into that circle. Like it's just, they associate with each other because they know those people. Some people try to get in there, like it was maybe, but the problem is when you're walking around and stuff, you don't know what's going to happen. These people like of high power status, celebrities and everything. That's why they have these bushes. They protect their homes and everything. You can't even see in. They don't want to show you. They will keep you out because you're part of the GP. You're part of the general public. You don't belong. You're not special. I'm sorry. Everybody's special. In some ways, I guess. But not as far as like attention and status of celebrity. When somebody famous dies, you hear it on the news. Everybody knows about it. Or whatever. Maybe somebody that was an influential inventor or something like that. Yeah, sorry. That's how it works. Yes, it's called status. Yes, they're treated like royalty here. Yes, that's how it works. You shouldn't wear it. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what I think. It just matters the way that it is. I accept everything the way that it is. I have no problems with anything or anybody. No problem whatsoever. But I will not be bullied, and I will not be taken advantage of. Those are things I can control. You can't control what people say. You can't control if somebody tries to hurt you. If they're, they could sucker punch you. What are you going to do? Somebody's going to call you, whatever. They're going to keep calling you names. Whatever. They're going to use different types of terminology. Can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you? And say all these things a million times. You're not going to teach stupid. I'm not. I'm selfish. I got to take care of myself. It's not the most important thing is taking care of yourself first. You got to pay yourself first. And think of before you even think about helping anybody else. And then there is times to help other people when you feel it's right. What I should have done, to tell one woman that's a massage therapist in her house, an older woman, when I saw something that I felt was not right, and in the case that maybe that was a client leaving or something, or somebody that was in need of desperate help or something really sincere, I'd be the first to apologize. But I guarantee you that wasn't the case. Because it wasn't. You don't wait for them to try to do something. You have to be first. You have to be first. You have to be first. Because by the time somebody tries to hold you up or rob you, because you're trying to give them a chance. You're giving them a chance to do something. Somebody comes at you like this, and you don't do anything. You try to calm him down. You know what Master Wong does when somebody just comes up right here and just coming mad? He won't even wait. His hand goes to their chest. His other hand goes to their neck as he's pushing them back. One way. I'm standing up for myself. I don't know what that guy's going to do. I'm defending myself. And hard. And fucking hard as you're pushing him back. Or front kick or something. It's within striking range and they're coming at you like this. Mad, mad, mad. Okay? You have to do something. You hit me first. The cops come. He said, I don't know what that guy was going to try to do something to me. I was scared for my life. I got the mace on me. So guess what? In that situation, that guy, if I would have came and he would have came at me, you see my face got real mad because I take it damn near serious. I take my self-preservation very seriously. I get very defensive if somebody comes at me with you don't know, with their intent to possibly harm me. Anger implies a harm. But if you're doing what's right, you have to. You have to. Or else it just gets worse. And it gets worse beyond anything you can imagine. It's not just Pete. Then all of a sudden it's you know, you've got the Fourth Reich or whatever. Who knows? Who knows? What was it? Eisenhower said, beware of the industrial complex. Things can get very big and very out of hand. Sorry. That's a subject. That'll be the next topic when I get into that. That'll be next time. I got to get to the gym, and I got to keep training. Wait. Warrior Junior out for now. 5:17. Time to go lift weights. Not lift weights. I'm sorry.